Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Grassroots Racer. Um, we had our Sydney race 2 weeks ago. Just thought I'd give a quick brief. We went all right. Like we finished 15th out of 26. We had a bit of work to do to the cars. Or the car here at home. If you weren't aware, we had a few issues with the stability control, the brakes. There's a few things to the car that we didn't realize we needed to have done. So brought it home and currently working on them before next round. But yeah, we'll be all ready to go before Morgan Park, hopefully. So that'll be exciting. But tonight's guest is Hayden Jackson. He is a TA2 racer for Dream Racing Australia. So it's going to be interesting to talk to him. He's a great bloke, and we had a good chat. So yeah, enjoy this episode of Grassroots Racer. Tonight's guest is one that I actually haven't met him before, but he's going to be he races TA2 with Dream Racing Australia, and he's done a little bit in Toyota 86, and he's dabbled a bit in go karting. So, how did you start your motorsport journey, Hayden? And yeah, what sort of inspired you to do it?
Yeah, so I raced karts since I was 11 or 12. I've always wanted to get into, actually, I wanted to get into dirt bike riding because I'm growing up on a farm. Always wanted to around dirt bikes and stuff. I was like, yep, let's go and race dirt bikes. Mum and dad are like, let's start on four wheels instead. So jumped in a go kart and yeah, never really looked back.
Yeah, so you did a bit of go karting, and then you jumped in a Toyota 86.
Yeah, so we did 5 years in the 86 series. We had 14 or 13 years in go-karts. I was, yeah, ever since I was 21 or 22 when I started in the 86 series. Um, and yeah, enjoyed our 5 years there and then decided to step up into a bit more horsepower.
Yeah. So can you tell us a bit about Toyota 86? When you done it,
Yeah,
it might have been a little bit cheaper.
yeah, the cars were a little bit cheaper than what they are now. But it's a lot of fun. It's a great learning category. The way that the cars behave and handle is really good to get to fine tune your skill set. And like you said, it was really cheap at the time, so you could run a race meeting for same as what a national round in go karts was.
Yeah. And how'd you sort of end up? Like obviously Toyota 86 is very competitive. You got lots of kids like similar age to me who have got unlimited budget and they're going in balls and
Mm.
all. So how did you end up going in Toyota 86?
So we had a lot of bad luck with kids bashing into us and running off the track. We were running off the track ourselves, and I was just making silly mistakes. I think we finished seventh in the last year we were there. We had a pole at Bathurst in 2021, and a few other bits and pieces. We never got that win, never got on the podium, but we were very close a lot of the time. So we were always in that front pack.
Yeah. So you've got to race at Bathurst. How do you
Mm.
find that experience? Like, lots of people love Bathurst. It's their favorite track. Do you feel the same,
Mm.
or have you got
Yeah,
another
love it.
favorite? Yeah.
Love it. Nah, for sure. Bathurst is up there right at the top on the list. Newcastle wasn't too far away.
Oh, so you
It
did do
was,
Newcastle?
yeah, we did the last 2 years at Newcastle there. It was mega. You didn't really get much of a break. It was a lot of like the straights weren't really straights. They were a lot of corners. I actually watching footage of it last night and just reminiscing. It was awesome fun just to be there. It's our home track, so we loved it. The atmosphere was great, and it was good racing.
Yeah, you did mention to me just a second ago that you're from Newcastle. So how obviously a bit of a shame that they're not racing there anymore. Um,
Yeah, it's less than ideal. It sort of takes away from the town.
but no, it's pretty cool that you got the opportunity to race around there. Um,
Mm,
and then with the Toyota 86s, you would have done a fair bit of racing all around Australia. Um, probably there's probably if you probably name tracks you didn't go to, if I'm being honest.
yeah,
Racing
for
for
sure.
5 years in '86. So,
Mhm.
but now you moved into TA2 racing. So, what do you most enjoy about the category, and how long have you been racing?
So this is our second full year in TA2. We did 2 rounds in 2021 when we bought the car. But yeah, 2022 after we bought the car, and then full time last year in the series. And then second year this year. But yeah, it's just a mega fun class. Like the cars are mega. Um, the just the cheapest way to race a V8 at the end of the day, and like the lap times are not far off a supercar, and the budget that you have for a TA2 is heaps less. So it's just mega fun. The atmosphere is great. Like we all get along. We're all really friendly with each other, and yeah, it's just fun. It's what grassroots racing should be.
Yeah, it's yeah the high tech series that they got this year. It's pretty cool. I'm racing Formula RX-8, so we race at the same time as you blokes, and yeah, I think we try to put on a good show for everyone. But yeah, it looks like TA2 is a heap of fun, and it's something that I'd like to do one day.
For sure, yeah. It's good to have support categories like RX8s and even like TA2. Like, there's no main game in the high tech oils racing. Like, we're all there to get the same amount of laps at the end of the day, and it's good to have the different variety of classes that they got, like the RX8s and the 80, oh, not the 86, the legend cars and the TA2s and the stock cars. Like, you listen to that NASCAR going around in that product,
Yeah,
the stock cars. They're insane. It's so cool to listen to.
yeah. It'd be cool if one day, they did. I think they were talking about it, but I don't think they have. They're gonna do it. But if they ever resurface the Thunderdome, it'd be cool to see them
Mm.
run around there.
Yeah, I doubt that they'll
Yeah,
get that going. But we've actually done parade laps around there last year when we were at Calder. They put us around, did some parade laps and 40k an hour, just going over all the bumps and getting some photos and stuff. But it's pretty cool. It's really like the banking is next level, but yeah, I think it's beyond repair.
yeah. Is it steep banking? I've never been to the dome bit of it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
insane. It's nuts. Like the banking's ridiculously high. Like I wouldn't even know how to describe it. It's just insane.
yeah. That actually be pretty cool if you could still race on it, but it's too ripped up. So
Yeah.
oh
Oh, it is what it would have been nice to be there in the heyday, but yeah, unfortunately,
yeah,
can't turn back the clock. But it's one of those things, if they built another one, it'd be mega to do. But
yeah.
whether the interest is there for it as well is another thing.
The last time it sort of thrived was back in the early '90s, and I wasn't even a
Mm.
twinkle in my dad's eye.
Yeah, I was just crawling around in diapers, mate. I know exactly what you mean.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, have you done the circuit or at all? It's
At
the
Calder,
yeah, the inner circuit.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's mega. We raced there last year. It was awesome
Oh,
fun.
fair enough. Oh, so
Mm.
you actually raced there? Oh God,
We raced at Calder last year. Yeah, we were one of the first races back after they'd done all whatever they needed to do and reopened it. It
that
was pretty cool. It's awesome, awesome fun track. Yeah.
would have been carnage, no?
Not as much as you think. It was pretty wet. The Sunday was like we had three races condensed into like 3 hours, so everyone was on their best behavior.
Yeah,
But it wasn't as bad as you think. Like there was just cars that made their own silly mistakes that got put in the fence, more than anything else.
yeah. It's just such a short lap time around there because
Yeah.
even in the Formula V's, you'd do a minute 10 easily.
Mm.
Oh no, I
I
think
think
it
we
was
were
a
around the.
minute 6.
I think qualifying for us was a 59,
Yeah,
like a low 59.
that's insane.
And it's just because it's so straight too. Like the drag strip's just insane. Like so
Mm.
you're going there for one of the longest straights in Australia, really.
Yeah, wouldn't feel
And
that
then
long
you
in
just
a TA2, would it?
nah, like you're 260 at the end of the straight. Like it feels like nothing.
Shit, that's
Mega
crazy.
fun.
I remember when I did a test day there in the Formula V, it just felt like forever.
Yeah,
It
it
is
would have. It
Volkswagen.
would just like wind up. Come on, get going, get going.
Yeah, well, like it is a Volkswagen, so
Yeah, for sure.
I don't doubt the RX-8s would be any different though. Even though they've got a top speed of I think it was 240. They do that at Bathurst, but that's because
Yep,
they've got the downhill run at Conrod, I guess.
for sure. And that's probably one of the only tracks you'll pull six gear as well. It's the same with
Yeah.
the 86. The
Oh,
only track in Australia that the 86 has pulled six gear is Bathurst.
jeez. Were you guys allowed to change diff ratios in that or no?
No, it
No.
was all controlled.
Do you find much of a difference between the 86 and the TA2?
Yeah, the more so the tire than the car.
Right, right.
Um, because the tire is just so baggy. You know, you got a lot of sidewall you got to try and manipulate when you're driving along. It's
Mm.
just insane. When we traditionally left foot brake in a TA2.
All
So
right.
it's a little bit, there's no heel and toe, but it's everyone's sort of shying away from that now. You're going more towards a right foot brake again, just for maintenance and longevity costs. It's a bit easier
So you do left foot braking usually?
at the moment. Yeah,
Jeez,
it's no clutch, you just brake in and then big blips on the throttle.
fair enough.
But it's no good for maintenance, and it's like I was talking to Cedar about the other night. It's no good on maintenance. It's slower by about 3/10, and fuel. Like it uses a hell of a lot more fuel. So if you're in a supercar and you're left foot braking, you're using more fuel.
All right. So you just grabbing gears, just crunching them in.
Pretty well, yeah. Well, you're not crunching them. You're
Yeah, well,
making sure you
yeah,
do it properly, but it's harder on the dogs to put it into first gear, like put it into different gears and stuff.
because it is a dog box, isn't it?
Yeah, 4-speed dog
Four
box.
speed, yeah, yeah. They're pretty cool. I
It's mega.
when we had a test day, I think Winton earlier this year, and I turned around to Craig Scutella and I said, "You got to get me going one of these things." He goes, "Oh, you still got a few years and whatever." So instead he decided to get me in the ride day car.
Oh yeah.
So that was a bit of fun.
You,
Went
you
for a
jump
lap
in
in
the
that.
passenger seat or do you go for a drive?
No, he didn't let me drive it. So
Yeah, fair
just
enough.
had to sit as a passenger, but
Yeah,
it was
it's
still pretty
fun
cool.
around Winton.
Yeah,
That back straight at Winton going into the second last and last corners are just insane.
yeah. But the driver wasn't going his hardest. You can sort of
Yeah, for
tell.
sure.
But
Yeah, just taking it easy, letting everyone else have a go as well.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. They probably can't afford to smash them cars, so
Yeah, that's right. The ride day car they take pretty easy.
hmm.
They don't smash it around too much. That's for sure.
Because it's just more that thing. He'd come into corners, brake. He'd still brake quite late, but he would just turn, wait till he was straight, and then go.
Yeah, right.
So, oh, I'm not sure if
Not a lot
that's
of
how you drive
sideways
them.
movement. No, you do like to slide them a little bit more for sure. They
Yeah,
the bias ply or whatever you call it, tire, the baggy tire just likes that little bit of roll on it, and gets a bit of that movement.
yeah. So next race for you is Morgan Park,
Mm.
and if this is your second full season, you would have done it last year.
Sure did. Yep.
Yep. So what do you think of the track? Do you like it?
Um, it's a mega fun track. It takes a lot of balls, especially around the last sector, is insane. But for our cars, it's a little bit narrow. There's not
Right.
a lot of forgiveness.
Is that through that fast right hander?
Yeah, the fast left
Yeah.
right's insane.
Left.
Like we hit
Oh,
the limiter in our cars going into that corner, but we don't down the main straight. Like it's fast,
shit. Yeah, right.
but it's mega fun. I love it. I can't
Yeah,
wait to go back. But it's a qualifying track. There's not a lot of passing, and you don't really want to pass.
fair enough. Oh, that's a good tip then. When I go there,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
just
and
hang it.
RX8s are great around there. Like, remember watching them last year, especially coming through the chicanes at the second last and last corner. Just I know the RX8s, especially they were doing wheel bearings there last year, so just take it easy going through a couple of those.
Right.
But it's fun. Like it's big commitment.
Yeah. Were they smashing the curbs? Were they or something?
Yeah, like we do too. Like it's the only way to get the good launch off the last corner is to smash that inside curve and run it as you go through. Like we're still third gear, like so it's like 160k an hour corner, but
Yeah.
it does come at a cost.
Yeah. Well, if I can find some extra wheel hubs, that'd be good because
For sure, yeah,
the genuine ones cost a fair bit per
yeah,
side.
they're like
So
$900, aren't
yeah,
they? They're
you talking to
insane.
Liam about it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
last night, the night before. That's
Yeah.
insane.
He goes to me. He goes, "Oh, you're sponsored by Mazda. Have you asked them for wheel hubs yet?" And I go, "Yeah, I checked." And he goes, "How much are they?" Like 900 a side, and he couldn't
Yeah, it's
believe it.
insane. They're
So
so expensive. And he said he
yeah,
put aftermarket ones on his car and they were already blue.
yeah, he did 2 or 3 sessions, I think.
Mm.
But
That's nuts.
but I'm not sure they'd be that bad as if you put. I think you should have pulled them apart before you put them in. Just have a
Yeah.
look because they
Mhm.
probably weren't greased right. But who
Yeah, for
knows?
sure.
Well, I'd be sending them back. So
No, 100%. Yeah, well, you send them back, but they'll go, oh, well, these on a race car. You go, yeah, and they go, well, we're not going to do anything about that.
oh, see, they weren't specified for a race car.
I don't think so, no.
Fair
They're
enough.
just aftermarket ones that you can get from like Autobahn or something, like just second handies.
Yeah, fair enough. We Oh, I didn't even realize, but when I was at Sydney, I I turn around and they go to me, "Oh, you don't have the offset bushes in the control arms?" I go, "What
Oh,
offset
yeah.
bushes?" And they go, "Oh yeah, yeah, you need them for more camber." Didn't know that, so I
The more you know.
went and bought them. I'm doing
Put
them
them in,
currently.
away you go.
Yeah, I'm currently doing them. I had a little bit of trouble today, but
Oh, really?
well, I've got a hydraulic jack here. You know the ones that will press.
The
Yeah,
press, yeah.
but I just haven't. I just need to find some metal that I can actually use to push them out
Oh, like
properly or
a press
whatever.
tool.
Yeah, like I had a because obviously we own a BA Falcon, so you're doing ball
Hmm.
joints all the time in that thing. So we
Yeah,
have the
for
tool
sure.
for that, and I've been trying to use bits and pieces from it, but it's still a pain in to do.
Yeah, for sure it would be. Yeah, you got to try and modify stuff to make it fit.
Yeah, but we'll get it sorted, and hopefully we can go up to Morgan Park and have a better crack this time.
Have a good
Maybe
skid, yeah, for sure.
yeah, try and get in the top 10.
That's the way to go.
I mean, we were halfway up the grid with problems, so I'm not complaining. I think
Yeah.
15th out of 26. So
Get
we'll
your problems sorted out and you'll be right.
yeah. Liam was 14th, so he's next on the list to
Hmm. Yeah, you got to pick him up. Away you
yeah.
go.
Yeah. It's a bit of a joke between us at the moment. So
It's one of those things like, as much as you want to be like the fastest, you want to try and work with Liam too. Like
yeah.
that's what the biggest thing I found with 86s is like the top five or six cars will work together to get a gap and then they'll go racing.
Hmm.
So it's the same thing with RX8. So they're a very similar lap time to an 86. You just want to build your gap, get yourself a good distance behind to the cars behind you, and then start fighting.
Yeah. But they're also
And then
very
away you go.
similar. They're also very similar in the fact that you got to carry momentum
Yeah,
and not
yeah, for sure.
and it's not
The,
just turn and go. Because
no,
I'm,
that's
I'm
right.
I'm not saying TA2s TA2s are a bit like that because they've got the power behind them. You
Mhm.
sort of you turn the corner, give it shit, but these you got to try and hold all your speed through the corner.
Oh
But I'm
yeah,
not
you flow the car completely
yeah,
differently.
but I'm not going to say TA2s aren't because you guys still going quite hard and try and carry as much momentum.
Yeah, it's similar in the way that you break it and get it to the corner, but getting it through the corner and out of the corner is completely different.
Yeah. Well, even these RX8s, the rear of them don't. It's not close at all to the front, so that it's very loose in the rear. So that's what you're
Mhm.
chasing the whole time. So what I noticed is you got so much front grip to turn it, and then you just got to
Mhm.
manage the rear on the exit.
Oh, the perfect thing about those is they've got that traction limited on the
Mm.
rotation, but they haven't got enough power to wheel spin too much.
Yeah.
So you can just get back on the boot and away you go. Like, I found that with the 86. Like you're always sliding the car into the corner, getting it in there, and then you're just booting it, and then it just hooks up and drives.
Well, that's the thing about the stability control that I had stick on. I would
Hmm.
go into the corner, and then as I'd hit the throttle, it would spin the wheels,
Hmm.
and then hit the brakes, and I
And
was like, yeah,
it'd hook you up, and then go, oh no, that's not supposed to be doing that.
yeah. So I just ended up hardwiring it, get rid of it.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's the best way to go. Pull the fuse out.
But the thing is, I still gotta. So if I turn the car on and pull the kill, if I pull the kill switch out, then I gotta reset it. So I gotta turn the wheel one way and turn it the other way,
Yeah, right.
like when you start up your simulator,
Yeah, for
when
sure.
the wheel spins around.
Does its own thing. Yeah,
Yeah, but
bit of calibration. That
um,
just must recalibrate the yaw sensor or something.
yeah, must it does something that
Hmm.
yeah. Hopefully we sort our issues because I like to do a bit more racing toward the front. Um,
Hmm.
being 4 seconds off isn't too impressive. So
Yeah, for sure. And a big commitment track like Eastern Creek, like motorcycle tracks, the turn one's a killer.
mm,
turn one and the carry up the speed you carry through the corner at corporate's another one too. Like you just make so much time just carrying more corner speed at corporate. It's insane.
Yeah. But obviously you're racing TA2s now. And this is your second year. So, what do you sort of feel like your goals are for this year? Because, lots of people try and use the first year as a warm up. What are your
Mhm.
goals this year and championship wise, or what do you want to get out of it?
Yeah, we're here for wins this year for sure. We've aligned ourselves with a good team. We've got the right people in our corner to do the right things. We just need to go out and do it now.
Yeah, easy.
We're at that stage in the path that I'm on that we should be getting wins for sure.
Obviously S&P was a bit hard to tell,
Mm.
because you had a bit of a unlucky round, but how did you go sort of finding your pace?
Mhm.
Bit of improvement to the car, bit of improvement to the driver. Like what sort of are you guys far off or not? Because I didn't really see qualifying.
No, our raw car speed's pretty well right there. I mean, Josh was in the league of his own. Like he just flogged everyone. It was insane. But taking Josh and the ringing guys away, our raw car speed was pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
We just got some fine tuning stuff to do now with the initial setup of the car, the baseline. And then our quali car's not quite there, so we've got a little bit defined in our quali car, and we'll be sweet. But our race car was mega. It
Mm.
looked after the tires really well, and we're on the right track for getting that stuff sorted out.
It also helps when your exhaust stays on the whole race too.
Yeah, and you don't crap a gearbox helps as well.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll be excited to see what happens at Morgan Park.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. We can't wait to go back there. We had some good pace there last year.
mm.
I think we finished fourth in the last race. So there last year we were like a 10th. So like we were almost on the podium there last year. We're there. We know we've got, and Dream were fast there last year. So they'll put a good car set up in the car and go and give it crap.
Yeah. I think Jackson was like winning it by ages until something happened. But
Yeah, he got taken out in the last race, but he was on to win the round for sure. He was tailing majority of the field up last year. I think him and Josh were pretty close. So
yeah,
it'll be good to race with him this year.
mm. And obviously you've got Dylan Thomas. He's quick on his day, so
Mhm.
you got to watch out for him. But
I think he's selling his car, so he's done
all
now.
right, all right,
He was only doing Eastern Creek because it was his home round and he could run the number one.
fair enough. But yeah, we bought an engine off him actually for the Formula V. So
Mhm.
CXC Racing did a fair bit of Formula V stuff.
Yeah, there's a heap of stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, he sold up all his Formula V stuff not long ago. So
Yeah,
I
I
think,
raced with Dill in the '86 series too when he
oh
ran. He
yeah,
had
true.
three or four cars in the '86 series.
Yeah, I think he might be giving some more time to his son because his son's
Hmm.
doing things in I think motocross.
Yeah,
So
motocross.
yeah, Carter's doing well. So
For
wish
sure.
wish him and Dylan luck with that.
100%.
But yeah, we'll be keen to see who grabs his car. Um,
Yeah, he's got it up for a pretty penny too, so it's good to see that the cars still hold their resale.
maybe I won't look at it. But
No, by all means, look at it, 100%. It's a good fast car. It's got some good data that come behind it. So
yeah, it'd be nice if I had money coming behind me.
yeah, 100%. It's like that, isn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, obviously, how do you approach your sponsorship thing? Because TA2s, they are quite cheap when you look at them in the grand scheme of things, but it's still a lot of money. So, is
Mm.
there any sponsors that you've got that you'd like to thank for jumping on board with you?
Yeah, for sure. So ever since we started racing, we've prioritized local businesses mainly because they're the little guys in the field that want to get their voice out and all that sort of stuff. So the last 7 years, we've had Maitland Glass either as a minor partner or a major partner in the car. They've stuck by me since day one. So I'm really thankful to Dave and his crew for sorting me out. Same with there's a local barber or a hairdresser in Maitland. She's Tracy at Strandon and High. She's looked after me a fair bit over the last 7 years. So big props to her. And then the on and off sponsors, like you can't go racing without them. At the end of the day, that's what makes the wheels go in essence. So yeah, it's big thanks to all the guys that came on board this year and last year and in the future.
Yeah. Obviously you got some good guys behind you, and that's what you want when you're racing. Especially, we've been lucky that we're on national tally, so we got the KO coverage.
Hmm.
It's always exciting to have that behind you. Did you
Yeah,
do?
sorry.
No, no, you go.
The extended coverage, I was just going to say, like the double the hours is just mega, like to go from 4 hours to, well, it was supposed to be 8 hours, but it was only seven, but it was still good to have the 2 days, the Saturday or the Friday and the Saturday, but it'll normally be Saturday, Sunday covered. It's going to be mega in terms of sponsors.
Well, at first, when I looked at the TV schedule that we were sent through an email, I thought it was only going to be the two races that were streamed, but apparently on Facebook or on YouTube, it was streamed all the other races, so can't complain. Was that only an
Yeah,
Eastern
for
Creek
sure.
thing?
No, no, they normally do the stream. So last year, especially, they were doing 4 hours just of KO, but the whole day on the Sunday was streamed.
Oh, right.
So they'll keep doing their streaming stuff, and then it must just be the slots that they can buy for the day will come on for the main races and stuff. Normally on the schedule that they send out, they'll say streaming starts and then streaming ends and broadcast starts, and that's where you get all your timings and stuff for that.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty good. Obviously, TA2's, the next chapter for you, and that's what you're in at the moment.
Hmm.
Is there anything that you see happening in the long term, or where you'd like to be?
Look, I'll never say no to anything, but at the end of the day, we're a small budget team, so I think TA and I'm too old. At the end of the day, I'm 28 in November. Like we've just a little bit past where something like a supercar team would look at you or something like that. We're just out there having some fun now.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we'll go and run championships wherever we can and still go for the win.
Mm.
But unless there's something that's drastically helped out with, there's not something that we can keep going past TA2 at the end of the day or Trans Am.
It's fair enough. But yeah, obviously it's hard to sort of keep going in motorsports. And
Mhm.
you've been racing since 11 years old. So if you were to go back and tell your 16-year-old self some advice, what would you tell him?
Oh, there's a lot at the end of the day. Like when I was a young fella, I was pretty fiery. So just be patient. The results will come. Just keep working at your craft at the end of the day. Just keep learning. Be a big sponge. If someone tells you to do something, you just keep asking questions. Learn
Yeah,
it, gain the experience, and then yeah, it'll come to you along the way.
cool. Thanks for jumping on tonight, Hayden. I really appreciate it. And to anyone listening, Hayden's gonna give me a track walk at Morgan Park and teach me all the
For
tips and
sure.
tricks. And yeah, we really appreciate having him on and telling his story. And yeah, we'll be excited to see how he goes at Morgan Park. But to anyone racing this weekend, drive fast and take chances, safely, of course.
100%.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ed.